Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Let's hear a good story from Mansion MTE. In this video, I am going to say the novel written by H. Rider Haggard, King Solomon's Mines, the first four chapter. Chapter 1, The Legend of Solomon's. In the Legend of Solomon's, it's the starting of the chapter. The writer is the character, the first character. He has been the first character in this story or novel. Finish his hunt in the forest and he was returning to his Durban. Not his, it's Durban, sorry. While he coming to Durban, he saw a two men and gave his greeting and became friends. And writers started telling the hunt and what happened to him. At that time, a man came in between. The man's name is Neville, and the Neville was his hunting stories. Neville gave Ryder a challenge. Challenge is they want to hunt an animal and sell it. Who gets more money when selling is the winner. Captain Good and Quatermain said, take the challenge. Captain Good and the Quatermain are the one who was hearing his hunting story. So H. Hagrid agreed the challenge. But Ryder lost the challenge. With sad hearted he came to Durban again. After 3-4 years, Captain Good and Quatermain invited for an party kept by them, and Ryder went into the party. In the party, Ryder met a man named Henry, and Henry invited him for a drink at his home, and Ryder agreed it. Henry said, "You can call your friends, closest friends, you." Ryder said, "Okay." And Ryder called Captain Good and Quatermain. And Henry started saying about his brother. Henry asked Ryder, "Do you know Neville?" And Henry said, "Yes, he is my friend, old friend. I met him before 3 or 4 years ago." And Henry said, he is my brother George." "What, George? How can it be? His name is Neville, not George." "Yes, he changed his name to Neville when he became an archaeologist at South Africa," said Henry. Captain Good asked, "What should we do for that?" So Henry started saying a story about the King Solomon's mines. As he was an archaeologist, he started studying about the King Solomon's mine. Then he be- he went to King Solomon's mine with old records written by George Stevenson. Quatermain said, "What, George Stevenson? He was the great archaeologist at olden times." So Henry said, "Yes, he was a great archaeologist. I have the copy of the letters written by George Stevenson and his map." Ryder asked, "So what shall we do for that?" Sir Henry said, "You should find my brother. I'll give anything for that." "So please find my brother," said Sir Henry. And he became very sentimental. Ryder said, "Okay, I will do that." And with no interest, Captain Good and Quatermain agreed that. And they started packing things needed for the search. As Captain Good is a good map reader and Quatermain is good in medical and Ryder is good in hunting. And they started setting their bag. and they started to travel to find Nivelle. Two tribal pupils, but they need another man. When they searched for another man, they met Umbopa. Then we are jumping to chapter 2. We met Umbupa. In this chapter, they were meeting Umbopa. He was tall and handsome, and they asked Umbopa, "Will you come to King Solomon's mines?" And Umbopa said, "Yes, I will come." And the rider was surprised. He said, "You should not give any money for this, but you should give me a great care. And I need food and water also. And do you have any source of it?" And Ryder said, "Yes, we have source. We have three, 3 to 5 gallons of water. We can carry only that. Not carry, sorry, carry only that." And Umbupa agreed for the travel to find Nivelle. Before, Ryder said a story about the Nivelle and Umbupa agreed for that. Then we are jumping into chapter 3. We march into the desert. In this chapter, they were going to the deadliest desert in the world. Of the desert, they had a lack of water, but they had plenty of food to eat. They cannot survive with food, they need water also. The Captain Good said, "We have water source nearby, but it will be very dirty." Ryder said, "How do you know that?" "In the map, it is saying there is a water nearby." "Okay, let's get into it," said Ryder. After few minutes, they smelled the water and they were excited to get water. And they get into a pool of water and it is so dirty. Ryder said, "Whatever it is, let's drink it. Let's don't mind the dirtiness. We need water to survive. So we need water." And everyone filled their bottles and cans. After a few weeks, they again had the lack of water and plenty of food, and they started starving. Suddenly, they feel a cool breeze, and Captain Good said, "We are near to the freezing place of mountains." And Ryder said, "First, we can eat our food, then we can go to there." And they started eating, and they finished their food. They were walking to the freezing mountains for water and they sucked the ice for water. But they had a big loss of food because there is no living things there. After a few hours, the sun set down and they saw a cave nearby. And they said, "Let's take a rest here in the cave and start at the morning." And they started to take rest. After a few hours, Ryder could not sleep because of the freezing breeze. And one by one, everyone started to awake. Now we are jumping to chapter 4, Crossing the Mountains. And they waited for the morning to come. When the morning came, Captain Good started screaming. Everyone took their pistols and shotguns to him, and they saw a bad news. There was a dead man lying naked. Joe Stevenson? I have an old painting of him in my home. It looked as like him, so I confirmed that. So, this is the fourth chapter. Other chapters will come soon. So, thank you and don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and press the bell icon and support me. Thank you.